Your kids have to see you live the legacy.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, you better.
You gotta live the legacy.
In Chicago, so I ended up selling drugs. And I was paying the bills. You know, I was taking care of.
So I know it's excited. I know parents are excited.
Are you sure that you heard me when I was talking to you, Lord? Because in order for me to be able.
Welcome to another segment of What's in the Bag, where we give a voice to the voiceless and we let you say whatever is on your mind. Welcome again. Here we are. Yes. Just minutes ago we was on and we had some great guests. And guess what? We're back again. What up? Well, before we get started, of course, we're at the East Point International Film Fest. We're telling everyone to come on. We have some more hours for the day. We're over at 6, but again, we will be back on Saturday. So come on and enjoy us. It's got a lot of merchant in here. We have a lot of actors and all kinds of things going on in this film fest. But before further ado, hey BFF,
Hey,
are you ready, girl?
I'm ready.
We always
I'm ready.
We ready. We're both ready. Hey, yes. Hello, how you doing? And before we get started, I gotta ask you a question. What's in y'all bags? Go ahead, tell us what's going on. Introduce yourself to our followers and let us know what's in your bag. Here they go.
Hi, family. Hi, family. I'm Sarah of Sarah's Touch. I am a seamstress and I love what I do.
Yeah.
I am where a stitch is not just a stitch. I have passion for what I do. I love what I do.
Yes.
When I sew for you. And when I sew you.
Ooh.
And what I'm doing, I want to make sure I know all about who you are so that I can make the garment that fits who you are.
Yes.
So I really want to get to know the person before I begin my stitch.
Yes.
But you can reach me and you can go to my page. I have an Instagram page. I'm not great with pictures, but you can go to my Instagram page and you'll go to Sarah's Touch 1. That's me. and I want to touch you can be my one that I touch.
Yay!
All
I
right,
can't
now.
wait to
So
get
I
these
want to make
started.
sure that I can reach out to you, make your garment. Now, I don't just do garment. I also do alterations. So maybe your hemline's too long. Maybe your pants too tight.
Yes.
Maybe that shirt don't fit us girls just right.
Right.
And
Right.
maybe the men's, you might have gotten a little more of mama's sweet potato pie. And it's kind of gotten those pants a little tight.
Yes.
And you want a little extra room. We can make that happen.
Love it.
Maybe you came down and decided, hey, I done gained a little bit too much weight.
Yeah.
And you want that suit to tailor fit. There are stores that you buy your jacket from, may not fit you just right. But have you ever had that tailor fit?
Yeah.
I just hate to see a man you bought it off the rack
Yes.
and you look like off the rack. So I want to make you look like you are tailor fit, slim you down. We can always make adjustment, or you can come see me and we can custom make from the ground up.
Ooh.
But I will tell you this, once we get started, I want you to know that when you come, I'm not a wallet fan, but I'm not cheap.
All right now.
Y'all hear
Because
that?
I'm going to make you look like you worth $1 million.
All
right, now.
I'm
Because
getting
I'm going to
to
make you look your part. So,
Yes.
hey, come see me.
Yes, I love
Yes,
it.
yes,
Love
yes,
Come
it.
yes.
see me.
Yes.
And I'm about not just black business, I'm about business.
Business.
All right.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bam. Bam. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
What's in your bag, sir?
Oh, I'm trying to figure it out now. My name is Ryder Taylor. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Been living in Georgia for probably 30 years now, which I call my home. I've worked for an airline now for almost 20 years, but out of nowhere, my passion went into agriculture. So I just got my LLC last year.
Congratulations.
We made our first profit. It's Taylor Made Farms, and it's such a learning process. But just like recently for the presidential race, it wasn't that I voted that I felt like either one of the candidates were for us, but for the blood that has been shed and our ancestors that have sacrificed their lives.
That's right.
That's what I felt. Whether they were fooled and believing in things or not, I felt like it was my obligation to vote.
Yes.
This Taylor's Made Farm for me, I couldn't figure out what my connection was originally, but it connected back to God. As far as sowing seeds, you have to have to nurture the soil.
That's right.
You got to respect the harvest and share it with your community.
Yes.
So originally it was profit, and now it's only 2 years old, so I'm still feeling out how I want to do it, because I didn't want to necessarily go into the ministry, but my lady gave me an epiphany one day. She said, you can do both with the Taylor's Made Farm. So my goal is to, instead of giving proceeds that I make from the farm to the actual companies, like I graduated from Morehouse College in 2000. So what I want to do is find individual students and understand their story and able to directly give them the money.
Wow. Wow.
And then I want to do, and this is all in the process right now, I want to do a Black fathers with cancer. So we'll find single dads or fathers that are in situations where they have children, they have cancer, where we can, through our products and the different things that we sell, we can find individual fathers, they tell their story, and we support them. It's three major things. And then the Innocence Project, where black men that are falsely incarcerated, it's still the DNA is what costs the most money to find out, which usually vindicates them. So we'll find a group, at least three, depending on how much money we raise. And our community at this day and age, especially places like Georgia, as individuals, a lot of black people are doing they are rich, but it's a difference in being rich and having wealth.
Right.
Yes.
Say
Yes.
that. That's true.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of these lawsuits where they discriminated, land discrimination with black farmers, they're giving them money. But the people, who we know who they are, that originally stole the land, they have benefited generationally through the land.
Yes.
The wealth
Yes.
is in the land,
Yeah.
not in the money.
That's right. That's right.
So that's another aspect I want to do through Taylor's Made Farm. I want to allow high schools, elementary schools, so we can bring them in. It might seem simple to some people, but it's so much of an education to growing organically. From pesticides, we make our own pesticides. The process and the education of farming. We connect. A lot of black people don't want to do farming anymore because they're connected to slavery. But see, black people that are farming now, they understand. We don't know. We assume tomorrow that there's going to be groceries at the store.
That's right.
We assume that this financial institution that wasn't made for us. So we have to figure out ways to be self-reliant and self-independent and be independent. Most of us don't understand anything about firearms. Not for killing people, it's for safeguarding your family and your community.
Right.
We don't understand about growing our own food. So these are all the things I want to bring little young kids in and teach them about the difference in processed foods and natural foods.
Yes.
So it seems overwhelming sometimes, because they always talk about, Trump talks about making America great again. It was great, but it wasn't made great for us.
Say it.
So,
Come on, Rod.
and you only change what you can control.
That's right.
And until we unify as a people, see, we've been taught to be, the American concept of capitalism, it's all about the individual. We bought into it, but if you watch how other groups function, from the Jewish
That's right.
to Italians, see, they're great. Most of us black people, we only know our grandparents. We don't know our great grandparents.
Yeah.
Right.
Italians, Jews, all of them, they connect from where they're from.
That's right.
Right.
If you knew your great grandparents were kings and queens, you would act different.
Yes. Come on,
Yes.
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 So
Yes.
my whole goal, I realize I can't change the whole world overnight,
Right.
but the best thing to do, continue to better yourself,
That's right.
the community, your family,
Yeah.
and if you do that, there's people, good people know good people,
That's
Right.
right.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right.
and I know they use love as a cliche, but us as black men, we're hurting because we function on an island. We're afraid to share our emotions. And see, we distance ourselves. And then when and a lot of sisters get mad at me when I say that. And see, that's what I'm talking about, why I want to be on. Sometimes women our sisters I understand the struggle that these sisters have been through. And people are talking about women, they're angry. They have carried the burdens on their shoulders.
Yes. Yes.
When the slave master abused that black man in front of his wife and kids, the only place that black man had power is when he came home.
That's right.
And he tended to abuse the person that loved him the most.
That's right.
So us as brothers, we got to find ways to show each other love without it being connected to a homosexual tendency. But it's an insecurity in us that's got to change.
Yes,
because
it is.
if heterosexual black men would function and work with gay black men on a business level, that's a whole nother level.
Yes.
You got to get over. We have to learn to grow. I appreciate my dad, but it's a lot of ways I had to step away from. You know what I'm saying? Our black men, the reason they want to be with so many women, because that's the only place they have security to make them feel like they're somebody.
Wow.
And we have to rebuild ourselves. That loving God is about, he said, when you love God, you are a new creature.
Yes.
You have to let your ways of the past
Yes.
be the past.
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, I look at the people that got money in Georgia and they don't know what the hell to do with it.
Right.
And the people that don't have money, which their dreams are from blood, sweat, and tears,
Right.
they're up against so much. So they see a 9 to 5 is a drug. And I'm stuck. I'm half addict and half on a what's it called? For a 20-day step program.
Okay.
I work a regular job and I'm trying to do this. And the more I'm there doing the farm, the more I realize this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yes.
Wow. Being an entrepreneur is not about being rich.
That's right.
If you can supply love and help your community, you go on those little vacations with your family here and there, that's real wealth.
Yes.
So,
Ooh, I love that. You know that, and I concur. I agree with a lot of things you said, and a lot of us women do underestimate, the power of men and the things that you, like you said. But I do have a question for you, and this is just from my heart. When you decided to get into your I call it endeavors, your business and things like that. Is that your you call her your lady, your fiance, your lady. She made it clear, that what she got going on. She loves her sewing and what she's doing, and you saying you like your agriculture, doing your agriculture. What was your goal? What was your goal when you started deciding to go in this area? Like, did you have a certain way you wanted to go? Is something, because you said this was your passion? Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. As far as Sarah's Touch being concerned, she originally had a shop in a little town in Tifton. When we met, she didn't want to do it anymore, and I didn't even know. She said she did some little alterations and stuff. And one day I was helping her move, and I saw this drum major's outfit, and I said, I didn't know what to think with this. She like little boy. I didn't know what. And she said, I made this. And it's a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yes.
And one of the things, it's not about wealth for me. I know my ultimate goal in life is to be able to empower other people that have business ideas. But you got to start from somewhere.
That's right.
And I said I would be willing. I told her quit her job. I'm sorry.
Yes. He said he asked me to quit. And I will tell you this, even though he's very emotional about it, because when he asked me to quit, I left a $60,000 a year job to pursue my passion for what I do. Not just that. What he's trying to tell you is he found out that I was one of those grew up in agriculture.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So what I had decided, and as I told him, I said, when you grow up in the South, the last thing you want to do is go back to what you was made to do.
That's right.
Right.
You was forced to do.
Yes.
That's right. A lot of our children growing up don't know anything about picking butter beans. Don't know about picking cotton. Because there's a lot of our generation, and when you hear us talk about picking cotton, you go like, oh my God, you were around with slavery? No, that wasn't back as far as you think. All depends upon where you live, that you had to harvest the cotton.
That's right.
And I told him the last thing I wanted to do was do this again. Not that I didn't know how to do it. I didn't want to do it.
Right.
But then when he got to talking about, what we can do, how we can do it, and then we got to talking about our food. don't understand that the chemicals that are put into that food
Mhm.
is the chemical we put in our body.
Yes.
The last thing, you don't know the hormones in your chicken.
That's right.
Wow.
But we're quick to go to these fast food places,
Yeah.
not putting them down,
Right.
but we're quick to go to these fast food places and pick up these chemicals we bring home to feed in our kids, and you're wondering why they're obese.
Why they
Yes.
crazy?
And you're wondering why they're acting out.
Right.
Well,
Right.
it's the chemicals that there was a time I can remember when it took a chicken 6 months
Yes.
Right.
before you harvest that chicken from the yard.
Yes.
We're eating that chicken in less than 6 weeks.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Full grown,
Mhm.
laying eggs.
Yes.
And we're eating those same eggs.
Mhm.
So we are concerned about our health and what we're putting into our children
Mhm.
and the legacy we're leaving behind.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to hurt our generation
Yes.
that they don't understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you, I can remember growing up, and even with my own kids, that when you planted and brought home a little pine tree from a little nut,
Mhm.
but then you got this, oh God, 100-foot pine tree came from this little acorn.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with us.
Mm.
We got these little kids.
Mhm.
What are we putting into them to help them grow?
Oh, come on now.
Say
Come on,
that.
Sarah.
Say that.
What are we instilling in
Say
them to help
that.
them
Yes.
grow?
Okay. That's right.
Yes.
I just want to say before we have to with her Sarah's touch, and so many of our people have treasures and they take them to the grave with us.
Right.
Yes.
We are in search of people that she can mentor, because she doesn't do the cookie cutter stuff. She has the way that your outfits last.
Right.
Mm.
So if any people, please contact Sarah's Touch to talk to her about mentoring, or people that want to, she can contract out, because sometimes business get overwhelming
Right.
and for her to do by herself. So we're looking for people to contract that have their own machines and stuff.
Yeah.
And for Taylor's Made Farm, I'm taking volunteers that will help, because we have like 3 acres of land, but it's a lot of trees.
Wow.
So we're trying to clear out stuff. And,
Wow.
so I'm looking for volunteers or people that can help me with grants or know about grants. And for the 3, I haven't finished setting them up yet for the Innocence Project for the Black Fathers Cancer. If you're willing to donate,
Yes.
and please send to Taylor's Made Farm at gmail.com. And like I said, as soon as we get that rolling, we'll always show where the money goes, what we're doing with it. That's why I did the LLC. It's another thing. A lot of us are winging businesses.
Right.
You think you're getting away with something by not following your tax and stuff. There are so many deductions,
That's
and
right.
there are so many grants, especially Black women.
Yes.
And unfortunately, and that's something I want to do too. You Google Black grants for a Black man, it shows nothing.
Wow. Wow.
And that's a whole nother
That's a whole nother topic. What we gonna talk about?
We're gonna do
Sure
part
is. We're gonna
two.
talk about that part
Two.
too. Well, I am so grateful.
Yes.
I know y'all enjoyed this because, first of all, I really, really enjoy what you emptied out of your bag.
Yes. Yes.
You touch me.
Yeah.
I'm very much touched. And I am asking and welcoming y'all to have another segment with us. Come on a Saturday morning. Update. Yes,
Where
we
we
would
at?
love to have an update with y'all.
Yes.
And I'm ready to get some clothes made.
Yes.
You know, we knew you before. My sister, our church knew you before we really, when we got in here. Yes, she was part of the Word of Faith Love Center. Still is part of the Word of Faith Love Center. Yeah, yes, she makes sure our flags and our garments and stuff is done for the dance ministry. So look at that face. She does a wonderful job. So we can already, we can already testify to that. So y'all know that she's good. She's great. Yes. We thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
And God bless y'all.
Thank you for stepping off of that aisle.
Yeah.
You're not out there by yourself. You're not out there by yourself. But more people, more men need to show their vulnerability, and you're showing yours. And God, I'm gonna tell you something. God is all over you.
Yes.
God is all over you. He is all in you. And like Marina said, you had me over here. That's why I was quiet, because I was like, okay, I'm going to bust out crying right now.
Mhm.
But I thank you for what you're doing. And Miss
Yes.
Sarah, and I thank you because
Yes.
I'm trying to get you on here all day.
All day. And
All
she
day. I
here.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank y'all again.
you.
We will be seeing in the next episode very soon.
We'll be seeing
God
you
bless
guys again
y'all.
today.
Yay! We never